So, welcome to another edition of the Barely Watching Podcast. I go by the name of Cobra Karate, sipping on this ginger beer with no fear.
Hey.
And it's D-Mobile across the globe.
Black Seth Rogen is having a bad day this morning. He was a little late, but it's your girl, K.I. Double, and let's get into it.
I was a little late.
No, you weren't. I'm not saying you.
I was late.
I'm not. Listen, I don't have nothing to do with the links. I don't do all that. I was here, okay? But I'm not saying you in particular. You're just a little annoyed that you weren't, things weren't set up for you on time. Put it that way. Good morning. Happy Sunday.
It's afternoon over here, girl.
I know it's afternoon here too. I'm only an hour. I'm just saying.
Oh, it's only an hour? I thought it was 3 hours for
back.
some reason.
No, that's LA.
Why did I think that for some reason? Oh yeah. So how was everybody's week?
It was interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was hospitalized briefly.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
what the hell happened?
I had to go to the ER.
Why?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh man, you took a sex pill from the gas station. Direction stayed 5 hours.
That's exactly what happened. Boom. And they made a mold of it. They put a cast on it and made a mold of it.
You got it on your wall? Is it on your key hook?
No, it'll be here in a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Oh, weeks.
No doubt.
Weeks. Yeah. Okay. Some people take days. Yours 6 weeks. Understood.
Because it was really hard. So it takes a long time.
You need a lot of mold. You need a lot of mold.
Yeah.
I hear that. Hey, man, stay away from those sex pills,
I'm just glad you're okay. I'm glad you survived your ER trip because,
yes.
There's a show called Sex Sent Me to the ER. If you haven't seen that, it's pretty good.
Seen a little bit of it.
It's pretty funny.
Nah, I don't know. I don't think I could watch that.
Nah, it's good. It's funny.
Like Saturdays.
It's depressing.
Nah,
Saturdays, my wife be in her moods.
What mood?
My wife be in her mood. She be in her moods on Saturday. She be in her moods on Saturday watching all the bullshit. The 90 Day Fiance, the 90 Day Fiance reunion.
First of all, that's not bullshit.
90 Day Fiance.
Crazy ER stories. Yeah, crazy ER stories, unknown infections. That A&E. HLN fucking.
Does she watch Fatal Attraction?
She does. She does watch Fatal Attraction. A lot of
snaps.
Whatchamacallit,
snapped episodes in there.
A lot of forensic files in the house. Okay. I even be watching forensic files myself. I fuck with it, and I'm pretty sure. I don't want to say what I'm gonna say because I don't want. God forbid if something happens, they use this recording and whatever. See, he said it. He said he could even do that, watching forensic files. So
what would you ever do?
Nah, I'm saying motherfuckers watch. I'm saying motherfuckers there's a meme. I'm saying there's a meme. I'm saying that says motherfuckers watch one episode of Forensic Files, think they can kill somebody and get away with it. And I was like, and motherfuckers be thinking that too. Because they be having there was one episode where a girl ended up killing her father over some jealousy shit. And she was like a science major and used some type of chemical they didn't want to exclude. I'm saying they didn't want to disclose because normal citizens could get it. And it's basically untraceable, undetectable, whatever, and everything like that. She ended up killing the father, but she got it. But forensic files and everything like that did the thing, blah, blah, blah. She got it, whatever. But yeah, shit like that. Free? No, she was free for a minute. And then, they did their little work. Yeah, they got caught up. And stuff, but yeah, man, I'm like, I'll be telling my wife, I was like, yo, go ahead. I'm saying, try to kill me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying, I have some issues. You ain't getting away with that shit. You ain't getting away. They'll always tell you how this person get away, but I'm pretty sure they leave some details out so motherfuckers don't get away. But some of that shit is interesting though, and keeps me entertained. But yeah, shout out to Forensic Files. Mm-hmm. So yeah, man.
My week was good as well. Damari, I'm sorry you had a ER visit on your week. I had a slight one too, but it was pretty good though. Had a good week.
That's cool. And plus, I go back to work Tuesday. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm not looking forward to it. But show must go on. Motherfuckers got to pay bills and eat, so fuck it. Let's get back to it.
How long has it been?
Shit. Little over 4 months.
Damn, bro.
That's hard to go back.
Yep. I mean, I was hoping I'd like win the lottery or have some type of come up or something like that. But unfortunately, that didn't happen in time, so gotta go back.
You had to heal.
Yeah. Yeah.
You had to
well,
heal.
you could always come up with a lawsuit, sue them niggas.
Sue who?
Anybody. Sue
Yeah.
who you work for.
I'm like, what? Where does this come from?
It's called the divorce.
I mean, if I got hurt at work and this was the result, oh nigga, I ain't never go back to work again. I ain't never go back to work again.
It's called pulling a Devone.
He said pulling a Devone. Don't start.
Devone.
That's an inside joke.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm outside.
She's outside. Oh man. Yo, it's funny. So I've been, watching like TikTok videos and stuff like that. And every week or every second, whatever, they always have a certain challenge, bust it challenge, whatever, dance challenge and everything like that. And I'm just sitting here thinking like, how many phones and punishments were dished out from these little girls getting caught doing these adult ass dance challenge and shit like that. I'm just looking at that and I'm just like, I can only imagine how it is. I can only imagine. Because you see little girls doing the little challenges and shit like that. And you remember back in the day, you had some fast ass cousins dancing the way they don't supposed to be dancing to Poison or something like that. And then fucking get caught.
How you say Poison?
Mom whip their ass. Because a lot of times they was dancing a little nasty. Especially Pop says, never trust a big butt and a smile. They do a little, never trust a big butt. Something like big butt, something like that, And yeah, so I can only imagine, huh?
Booty wave.
You know what I'm saying? So I can only imagine how many punishments and phones and everything was taken away from all the challenges.
I can only, it must be a lot because I know working in a line of work I work in, we have to shut that down. And working with kids, like you kind of don't want to say, hey, little girl, stop doing that little fast girl stuff because you don't want to be pushing your values onto them. But when it comes to stuff like that, we shut that shit down. Hey, sit your ass down. Stop shaking your ass. I'm going to tell your mother you was shaking your ass.
Remember when we used to work at UTEP?
I'm glad you guys did that.
At the time, twerking became like the thing. And then we started the UTEP parties. And the number one rule, no fucking twerking. And I remember a certain 13-year-old girl comes to me. She's like, all right, but if you guys ain't watching, can we twerk? I'm like, first of all, you're 13. I don't think we should have this conversation. I'm going to say no, but I think you should have the conversation with your mom. Matter of fact, when your mom comes here, we can have that conversation. No, we're not going to have the conversation. All right, so I'm not going to twerk. All right, cool.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, that ain't new shit because when we was at YouthNet, it wasn't twerking. It was putting your hands on the girl's booty when a reggae song came on.
Oh, I thought that's what you had to do. I thought that's what you had to do.
That was reggae dancing. You put your hands.
That was reggae dancing. Yes. When a reggae song came
reggae
on,
dancing.
Oh,
to us, that was reggae dancing.
That was the. And if a girl was willing to dance with you, and my little 13-year-old perverted mind, that was saying I have the green light to touch whatever I want until you say get the fuck off. That's what I thought reggae dancing was. And a lot of times these girls will let it happen. And I was like, yeah, nigga, come on now. Nigga, let them play Mad Cobra.
It was like this. If she would dance with you and then like a reggae song would come on, or God forbid, a Spanish reggae song would come on.
Oh my God.
Because the Spanish reggae songs was kind of like permission to do more.
Yes.
For whatever reason. Because the beat was a little harder. So you felt like the thrust had to go next. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the Jamaican shit was okay. You could touch my booty. I'll grind on you a little bit. The Spanish song was sex with our clothes on.
Yeah. All you hear is Kulea. That's all you hear. He's like, okay. But yeah, man. I'm like, yo, I'm saying you play Mad Cobra and Flex. Forget about it. Back in the 90s, nigga, throw on some Mad Cobra, Flex, Tom, nigga, come on now.
No, like, but you know what was the worst?
What?
When they would throw on Liquor Vicious.
Oh my God.
It was the worst because that song was mad fast. And you always get that girl who try to grind mad fast and it hurts.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I
yo,
have no comment. No comment on none of this.
You're like, yo, this is not sexy, sweetheart. This hurts.
Yeah, this hurts. Or a girl, or you get you get that one girl who's just into herself dancing. You be like, yo, I'm right here, right behind you. Like,
it ain't about you.
You're putting on the show for
Not
yourself.
about you. She's
dipping,
in her own
going
zone.
up, shaking it, doing all this, and I'm like, how am I supposed to dance with that? And then my dumb ass will say, my dumb ass is still there. Yeah, my dumb ass is still trying to catch it. But she going down, I'm going down. She hitting back up, my fucking ass hitting my chin and shit, not knowing that means get the fuck away from me. I don't want to dance with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes us men, we can't catch clues. You know?
It's hard being a young man when it's hard.
Yes. Yes, when it's very hard.
I imagine it's hard being a young woman, being with a young man when it's hard too, I guess.
Yeah. Sucks.
Especially when you gotta go to the bathroom. That's when it's even harder. Don't gotta do it. I'm saying don't do a number two.
It doesn't.
Don't do a number two when it's hard. Forget about it.
It doesn't. You don't. Those two things don't usually happen at the same time.
I'm Sometimes so confused. I'm so confused.
You don't usually get an erection.
How did I get here? Should have been late. I should have been late. I should have talked about this before I got here. I should have been late.
Son, I remember one time. No, I ain't gonna say that. I didn't even.
Don't even say that.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
I had topics and I didn't send them to y'all. I didn't know.
Why? Did we not have a meeting about this?
I don't know if it's funny how motherfuckers is late and got jokes.
It's late.
It's funny. I've been sitting at my computer since about 2:00.
Listen, I still send my topics before the show. I had a bad hair day,
Okay.
I had a whole bunch of stuff going on.
And motherfuckers is late. It's 3:40. We just started, and niggas got jokes because I didn't send my notes in.
The joke about it
I sent my notes.
The joke about it is Kylie might have fucked up and not sent you the email on time. Cool. I was running late because I had a bad hair day. Cool. But we still had a job to do, and that was send our topics before. So that shit happened at 2:30. You didn't send your topics before 2:30. So you can't be mad because I'm pointing out you ain't send your topics. Because all that shit happened after. You still ain't send your topics. So let's go.
Whatever you need to say to feel better about us, it'd be at 3:40 and we just started.
Listen, let's talk about natural hair problems. People have natural hair.
People who have natural hair and knew that at 1:00 today.
No, first of all, I've had natural hair for like maybe 7 or 8 years. Natural hair means you don't have any chemicals, any products in your hair as far as that goes. Yes, but I also am a naturalist who likes her hair pressed. So my hair is typically silk pressed or it's in protective styles. I don't really do natural styles just because I have natural hair. There's two different things there, okay? So when I'm trying new things and you try natural styles, you try new products, you try new braid downs, twist outs, bend do nots, whatever you want to do to make your hair work, and you got to see how it works on your hair texture. So I've known I was natural for all these years, but trying a natural style is completely different. Okay, sweetheart? It's frustrating. It costs a lot of money too.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't nothing about no. I don't.
You don't have to worry about that because you're bald. You don't have to worry about that because when you have hair, DeMario, it's either easy because it's curly or you have it braided.
Yeah. So about her hair, I don't know.
That's why I was late. No, you were pointing out why I'm late.
I didn't read the topics. Was that one of them?
No, it wasn't. See, you wasn't even in the. You didn't even read the topics. You weren't even ready for the day.
I don't see the point of sending the topics though. That's why I didn't send mine.
No, the reason
Why
why,
you ain't said that
the
shit on
point
Wednesday?
is, the point is,
Because
the
I
point
figure
is,
if
you
you
were
guys want to send
distracted and
topics,
you
you
were
can
doing
send
other
them. But
stuff on Wednesday.
no, but the thing
so
is,
if you were in the conversation, go ahead.
but the thing is, sometimes if you want to have a conversation about it, and if it's something that we may not know about it or may not seen, quick refresh, whatever, and then we can have, a whatever conversation. That's why it's important, because you can't assume that everybody is on the internet and knowing about the same things. Much stuff goes on and everything like that. So that's why it's usually important. Sometimes, just get a little
that's
fresher.
true. But that's
See what
true.
we're
But
talking
the
about.
opposite is true too. Like explaining to me, if explaining to someone who doesn't know, could be good to explain to people in the audience who don't know.
That too.
That could work that way too. But I see your point.
That too. But yeah. But and other people, when I be like, yo, I'm about to cut my hair, stop saying, oh, what hair? Yo, being bald is hard work too.
Let's talk about this hair shit.
It's very, very, very. You have to be consistent, because sometimes you let your hair grow out, especially being bald, you'll start seeing where the hairline has receded, and sometimes that shit ain't pleasant. That shit could put 20 years on your life. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes you gotta be groomed. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta be groomed. And like, yo, sometimes like I remember at one point I was shaving my shit every 3 days because I didn't want the hairline showing or looking all rough and everything. And my shit can't grow as far as a beard. It be looking all patchy and shit. You know what I'm saying? I look crazy, like a fucking ruffian or something like that. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Let me just, get this shit, this motion right here.
This nigga looks like the 90s cartoon Michael Jordan.
Yo, you're fucking stupid. A pro star?
A 90s pro star.
Oh, yeah.
Star.
He looked like the misrepresentation of Jordan.
Sorry. And
you can be an extra.
I've been really like contemplating, like, I was like, because back in the day, I used to shave everything off, like, straight clean face. Think I might go back to that. But sometimes I be looking stupid sometimes. Because, like, after, like, when you shave everything and you clean everything, it looks like you're constantly, like, going like this. You're, like, constantly doing that. And so I'm just like, sometimes I hate looking like that. And I'm like, oh, okay. Because I remember who said that? It was like, oh, this nigga look like an erect dick. And I was like, what? They was like, oh, don't never shave your facial hair off. You look like the head of a penis.
Wow.
And I was like, fuck you.
Disrespect.
I know I could venture a guess who said that corny shit. But whatevs. So let's get into it, shall we?
Let's
go.
Into
Topics. What we got?
I don't know. I'm going to look at her topics.
Well, you can start with yours. Well, tell us what yours are so we can think about it.
Yeah, you guys can think about it. Mine's are going to a strip club with your girl or your wife.
Yes or no? Explain.
Oh, is it a question or is it like, how do we feel about it? Like what?
All of the above.
Like, what is that?
He's just saying it. What about your spouse? What if it's not your wife?
Yeah, that's what
You said girlfriend, wife. Yeah.
That's what I meant. So I had this conversation with women before, and especially women who live in the South, and they strip clubs mean something different down there than it means up here. For my understanding, or to my point of view, strip club is about going to see some naked girls shake their ass. And it's like the further south you get, it becomes less about that and more like going to the circus. Like we're going to watch the freaking Cirque du Soleil. Like we're going to watch them do tricks and stands and put bottles in. So it's like a spectacle. It's more. It's less of a damn she looked good. It's more of a damn how the hell she do that sort of thing. So sometimes you're talking to women and they're like, yo, I'll go to the strip club with my man, or I'll buy him a lap dance. I'll do this, do that, and I'm like, for me personally, I'm like, hell, motherfucking no. I'm not going to the strip club with my girl. Ever.
Why not?
Ever.
Why not?
Because if I'm going with one hand full of money and the other one in my pants.
Disgusting.
Okay.
And I don't want her to see that because I'm a gentleman.
She sees it all the time, though. She would see it all the time, so it's like it's nothing new. How about she?
What do you mean she sees it all the time?
I mean, what, your girl? I'm saying your girl would see that all the time, like, so.
Would see me whack it off to other women and paying them for it?
Oh no, I'm saying not that, but it's just like, why don't you? I'm saying why don't you have your girl whack you off?
Oh no, man, we're not getting into that conversation. I don't want to hear the fuck strip clubs conversation. Okay,
I'm just saying.
I don't want. What I'm talking about is your female wanting to go to a strip club with you. Are you down? That's what I'm talking about.
I've gone to the strip club with my wife, like, but I'm not a big strip guy. I'm not a big strip club guy. It was fun. It was a good time, let me say like that, but I never really got into the whole strip club thing, whatever. And that's one thing. I wouldn't mind going to a strip club and eating a sandwich if they had good sandwiches there. I wouldn't mind that.
I don't know if I would open my mouth long enough in a strip club.
You're crazy.
I would. Because
there's a strip club that I went to in Atlanta that is literally 5-star dining with strippers. And
Lou Williams.
Like, this is when I was eating meat at the time. So like, you had really good food. People even having steaks and lobster, and you have ass and titties as well on the table. If you would like it on the table. If you don't have to have it on the table. So they could just be on the runway next to you, or they could be right next to you. You could just see it while you're eating. It's like, why wouldn't
I don't know that I could do that.
No,
it's like you're watching a movie. It's like when you're eating and then you watch a movie. We were having a business conversation at that. Like, we were literally building some shit, like talking like how we just had a meeting on Wednesday.
This is a perversion of what strip clubs is supposed to be, man.
No, but you'd be surprised.
I mean, I think that your interaction at strip clubs, like, you're going to strip clubs to jerk off and have a time of your life with that person, and don't want your wife to know or your spouse to know how you are with that in that environment. I guess that's why I wasn't being
literal about jerking off in the
strip. I'm not being literal either. I'm just saying, like, acting a fool, acting an ass.
It sounds like you're saying that I'm jerking off in the strip club.
I get what you're saying.
But I get what you're saying. That's your choice. But I'm just saying, like, your behaviors is something that you don't want her to see for some reason. And I feel like you should be able to have those behaviors with her there or without her, because
Nope.
No.
I get what you're saying.
Or you can do okay. So there's two thoughts I have, though, honestly. You should be able to have those behaviors with her there, or you should be able to have different behavior. Like, you can go with her as well as you can go on your own, but you wouldn't mind going with her.
No.
What's the problem?
No.
I'm gonna stand on that one. Those are my two viewpoints. You can go ahead, Kylie.
Basically, what he's basically saying is that when I'm at the strip club, I'm in my safe place. This is my time. Privacy. This is D time. I don't want to share my time and my filth, my thoughts and everything like that of my time and my sacred place with you, because I won't be able to get into my element fully.
When you leave a strip club, you're supposed to feel bad.
You're not.
You're supposed to leave the strip club. You're supposed to leave the strip club and feel like you need a shower.
I get you.
I guess you're a man. You're a man, so it's completely different. So my experience with going to strip clubs or guys I've dated, like, I've been there all. So being in a strip club, it's like, cool. They have ass. They can slap ass. They can have dances. But they're imagining me. You want to go and imagine her and not your girl. So you don't want your girl there because you just imagining a bitch that's fucking on you.
Oh, sweetheart, that's so cute. That sounds so cute.
No, I'm telling you.
That is a motherfucking lie.
Okay?
A motherfucking lie.
Okay, fucking lie.
You've never fucked me, so you can't say that. I'm just saying with the guys that I've been with.
And that's the point. And that's the point I'm getting at. It has nothing to do with how well you fuck or whatever. It has nothing to do with how well it has nothing to do with you. It's not about you. It's not about you.
Fucked with me. We've never been in a relationship. It's not about you.
For the time that a man is, if a man is into like that aspect of strip clubs, if he's into that aspect, from the time he enters a strip club to the time he leaves, his girl doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's in a parallel universe where there's sexy girls who want to flirt with him. That's where he's at for the next hour or so. So it don't got nothing to do with what Shorty puts down at home.
Okay. I'm gonna show you something different because your viewpoint is very you. So I'm gonna show you something different. I understand what you're saying. I agree. There are men like that, but your viewpoint is very you. I don't think strip club experiences, because you're asking, would you go to strip club with your girl? People do that to get off and get home and fuck their girls better. I'm just saying they want to go with their girl. They want their girl there. They're getting a lap dance while they're fucking fingering their girl because this is their girl. They're getting a lap dance while they're kissing their wife because this is their wife. So they could have some other ass and then get home and fuck this person better. So I get your point, and you're saying no because of that. But I'm not going to go with every man, you don't exist and it's nothing about you and it's only about that stripper, because I've seen different. I've seen other people in strip clubs, even in strip clubs in the South. That's why I want you to go to more strip clubs. We've been to the strip club in the South and you've seen different stuff, but we only went once and it was years ago. So you just got to come back down South and I'll take you some more. But I've even seen it at Houston strip clubs. So it's like definitely not all.
I think that's all strip clubs. I think that's all strip clubs.
I don't know, because the couple strip clubs D took me to back home. I've only been to strip clubs back home with DeMario, and they've pretty much all been pretty trash. But we haven't kind of.
Oh, I've heard.
When did you go to a strip club?
The one we walked into with D, Justin, and it was empty that night. You took me to my first one with Roger. We drove out to Providence somewhere. You guys took me to my first like titty bar. You took me. That was the first time I ever went. That was like 2000. I don't fucking know. It was a minute ago.
You were there that night?
That was like one of my first pictures I posted on my Instagram. I have the pictures of my phone.
Hey, listen, I was enjoying the ambiance.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I didn't exist to you.
Hold on, look. To your point, I didn't exist to you. To your point earlier, I didn't say all guys, that's what they think. I said the type of guys who are there for that is
that's what I'm saying.
And that was my question. Like,
what do you go to strip club for? It depends on what you go to the strip club for as to if you would want your wife or spouse to go with you. So I guess that's
the answer to that question.
Yeah.
It depends on what you go there for.
Yeah. What are you trying to get out of the strip club? What do you go there for? So like you said, some people it's a circus. Some people it's a whole fucking fantasy. It's a whole different life. It's a whole world.
And some people
don't look like that.
And some people go there for the wings.
Lou Williams, shout out to Lou Williams.
Lou Williams. Yo, hey, listen. If they got some good food in there, my thing is I'll be like, yo, keep that shit on the stage because I don't want you twerking and flapping and some juice, the pheromone juice, whatever, come out my steak. I'm gonna be pissed. So I'm like, keep that shit on the stage.
That's what I'm saying. I can't eat in no strip club.
Nah, keep that shit on the stage.
I can't eat in this booty walking by. Like, what if some booty flakes or something fall off my steak or something?
Booty flakes fall on your steak.
The pheromone juice, something like that.
Them. It's crazy. You can get them on your table, but that was like more fine dining. But as far as like where Lou Williams went to Magic City, I went to Magic City on a 4th of July weekend just to get a fried shrimp basket. Literally walked in there, the kitchen, and this is my first time going. The kitchen area where you get your food from was more packed than the whole rest. The whole rest of the place the building was packed, but like it was just like clustered around the kitchen. And I was like, everybody really comes here for food. And it was like, people come here for food. Like, you got to get your food from there.
They started doing
the shrimp basket was lit. It was good.
They put an ill restaurant in the one that was over there by the old boys club, Boys and Girls Club.
Oh, okay.
Riviera.
Yeah.
Riviera, but it's called something else now though.
So right after it was Crystal Palace, it turned into something else.
Riviera.
I thought there was something in between, no?
Nah,
I don't know.
Crystal Palace and Riviera.
So when it became Riviera, they put a restaurant upstairs, and I remember it was like sectioned off, and I saw this girl, a stripper, sitting there eating a steak, and she's in there full stripper clothes eating a steak, and I was like, "Damn!" She was like, "Listen, I know you're not gonna believe me, but that food upstairs is amazing, really." She was like, "I'm telling you." I was like, "Okay." So,
you got good food at a strip club. People are gonna stay. They're already drinking. Now they're gonna eat. What? Staying longer.
To me, that's like putting ice cream on pizza. I'm all set.
Some people do that.
Harry ever come to Houston? We're going to the strip club. Dang, I don't know. DJ's a Christian now, so I don't know if he's gonna go. But
damn, shots fired. Wow.
I'm saying that's not a shot. He might not go.
Oh, DJ.
His
Oh,
religion.
DJ. Oh, he gave his
He
life
has
to the Lord
changed
like
his
that?
yes. He has given his life to the Lord, so he may not be down with the strip clubs. But if he is, he's gonna roll with us. But come on, hurry up and get down here.
We're gonna edit
Come
that.
for your
Shout out
birthday.
to DJ. Shout out to
Come for your
DJ.
birthday.
Come for my birthday. We'll see.
Yeah. Do your 40th here.
We'll see.
You ain't got to pay for much for the flight.
We'll see. Well, I'm going
Okay.
home Memorial weekend.
Yeah, I know. Bought your ticket on the low.
Yeah,
There we go.
For the low.
I'm gonna need a ride too, but we'll talk about that after.
Got you. Yes, sir. Yeah. So
so we solved that issue.
Yeah.
And the other thing I had was, have we talked about snitching?
Nah.
So we have the kids we work with, they don't want to be a snitch. But they're quick to say, but so and so did it too. And then if you say to them, oh, tell me who was doing something, I ain't no snitch. And then they're like, but so and so did it too when they get caught. So I'm wondering, is there like different definitions of snitch? And if so, what do we believe it to be?
I don't think there's different definitions. Snitching is snitching, regardless, whatever it is. I think people make different definitions to try to push the fact away that they're snitching.
So
it could be in the lightest. It could be the lightest form to the point where you're telling your upstairs neighbor that the downstairs neighbor steals their fucking paper all the day. Like, hey, not for nothing, but someone in this building took your paper, not saying no names, and it wasn't me. You know, something like that. It's still snitching.
So I was told, I saw it in a movie, that snitching is ratting on your friends, like ratting on who was with you, and that anything else is fair game.
No. See, there's levels to snitching. When you're talking about on a street level, it's a different thing. If you're in the street and you're partaking in certain activities and everything like that, and you tell on somebody or something like that, that's snitching. But if you're not in the street and you're a regular citizen or anything like that, and you tell on somebody committing a crime that's supposed to be doing nothing, no, you're doing your citizen duties.
So who made these rules?
For people that try to deflect from the quote unquote word snitching. Oh, I didn't snitch. I kind of threw him under the bus a little bit. Regardless, whatever, you still told. You didn't do it indirectly, but you still told. Regardless.
I don't know. I have trouble with the whole snitching idea in general.
Why?
Because, well, for a bunch of reasons. One of the reasons is, of all the so-called code of the street rules, that seems to be the one that gets broken the most. And that seems to be the number one rule. And I just feel like it's the code of the streets or whatever is a bunch of rules created for people who have decided to say fuck rules with their life. Like if you've decided to live outside of the law, you basically said fuck rules. So now we got a set of rules for the people who don't
for the niggas that say
rules.
fuck rules.
So what do you think gonna happen to those rules?
They're gonna get broken, and people aren't gonna follow them. That's what happens with snitching.
That's what it seems like, and like people will throw that word around to seem like hardcore. Like people will start, I hate snitches, or this dude's a snitch, and it's people who haven't even been in an opportunity to tell on anyone who is saying that. You know what I mean? Like I think it's real funny that a lot of people will say that to sound like it automatically gangstifies them, like they're automatically certified by saying that they hate snitches. You know what I mean? Or like they feel like they are.
I like how you said that these people don't have the opportunity to tell or haven't been in a position to have the opportunity to tell that are screaming that these people are snitches. That's very important.
Yeah,
people would
I
talk.
mean, a lot of
think
times, I mean,
it's real easy to be like, to say some shit like, yo, this nigga's telling. And you've never been looking at nothing. You've never been looking at no gears. You've never been in the seat. You know what I mean? You've never been questioned. But you talking about how so-and-so is a snitch or whatever. Like, I just feel like your people should pull your card, but people don't. They just let them talk.
especially when you're looking at some type of time or anything like that. If you never did time like that, and it's easy to say, "Oh, I'll never tell." Yo, even if I'm looking at 5-10 years, yo, it's different. It's different.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying? It's very different. And so it's just like yeah, it's just different.
there's a couple
It's
things.
like you never know what you would be. I'm saying you never know what you would do until you're in that situation. And it's funny. I'll see certain posts on social media seeing that person, and I'm just like, yo, some people just need to shut the fuck up because you are not built like that. You know, but
what are you about to say?
There's a couple different things. I feel like you do know how you're gonna act. So when people say, "Oh, you don't know how you're gonna act," like you do know. You know your character. And there's some people that fold and some people that don't fold. There's some people who are true to who they are. Like, I'm a person, I'm gonna tell, but I'm also not in these streets. So that goes back to what Kylie says. Kylie's point. I'm not a person who is doing bad behaviors. So if something bad,
not bad, illegal. Okay,
illegal.
There's a difference.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Sorry. How dare I? How dare I? Huge difference. Huge difference.
No, there is.
No, there is, because bad and illegal is complete. Like, yeah, no. Okay, so back to what I was saying.
Are you being sarcastic? I can't
No,
tell.
nigga, I'm high. I'm talking. I'm making points. I'm just high. I'm not being sarcastic though. But yes, I'm not doing illegal criminal behaviors. I'm not committing crimes. So again, I'm a law-abiding citizen who's going to do my. Is that a cat?
yeah,
I'm sorry, that's never happened. Okay, back to
this nigga's like, yo, what's up, man? Like, where we at? What we doing?
Kylie, you sit right now. You got the feds with you. Okay. Okay, no, but yeah, I'm not committing any crimes, doing any illegal behaviors or illegal acts. So a law-abiding citizen who does her citizen's duty by reporting the things that may need to be reported. I'm also not a snitch where I'm just going out and telling on any and everybody, but don't do anything with me, around me, or near me, and somebody asks me. Just telling you. That's just how I feel. So I kind of know how I will be. There's only a couple people in my life that I know I will take one for, but that's not for everybody. Because
and I kind of feel like to piggyback on what you said, I kind of feel like your homies is going to tell you to say I did it. Say I did it. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like your real homies are going to be like, yo, I did this. If they want me, give them me. I feel like your real homie's going to say that. And I don't know. I don't witness that much of what's going on in the streets, but I'm wondering if that ever happens. If dudes are ever like, hey, look, they caught you. Like, all right, is it like a talk? Like, look, they caught you, so they're going to give you 3. They're going to give me 5. So you just do the 3. Like, I wonder if that kind of talk happens. Because
I'm pretty sure it does.
It seems like it makes sense.
That happened with Bobby Smurda and what's his name? Roddy, whatever.
Yeah.
They were gonna give him more time, so he took more time to give him less time.
Yeah.
Like you said, your real homies will let you know.
And so I think that brings up another part about it that doesn't make sense. Is people out there risking their lives with people who wouldn't live their life for them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how can a person will say, I'll die for you, but living for you is a whole nother thing. You know what I mean? Like, you're going out there, you risk your life with someone who, at the end of the day, won't risk 3 to 5 for you. And it just seems like misguided loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
And it just seems like the rules of the streets are designed for you to lose. Like if you look at all the rules of the streets, like you're not supposed to love no bitch, right? Like that's like a thing. That's like a theme that runs through whatever. And it's like that's the same thing as in the civil rights movement when they started telling the black women that she don't need a man. Like they came in with welfare and all that kind of stuff to try to break up the black family. That same thing moved over into like the urban kind of hip hoppy street culture, but now it became, oh, you don't love no bitch, or your homies over your girls sort of shit. You know what I mean?
But I think that's even been proven wrong though, because most of the time, as far as I'm saying, as far as a person in the streets, I'm saying as far as a person in the street not loving a woman, because majority of the time, I'm gonna say 8 times out of 10, it's the woman who's holding you down.
Not to mention,
you know
8 times out of 10, the crime is behind 2 dudes and a woman.
No, I won't say that.
You think
it
so?
All depends. It all depends on what you're doing.
Where we're from.
It all depends on what you're doing. When it comes to like certain beefs that started, I'm saying majority of the time, 8 times out of 10, I'm saying behind the woman.
I'm saying.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about illegal activity. I'm saying to the point that puts a person in position to snitch.
I was talking about crime and violence.
Well, as far as for that, I'm saying like, 8 times out of 10, I would say, that's behind the woman and stuff like that. But I'm talking about
anything
you were
stealing,
as far as like with snitching and stuff like that, and talking about the street code, you don't supposed to love no bitch, blah blah blah. This is that majority. Not it's like 8 times out of 10, it's always gonna be the woman that's holding you down. Regardless, like if you're gone, you know what I'm saying if you're gone, or if you're the only one standing, or something like that. Whatever the circumstances is, it's always going to be that woman that's always holding you down, and it's been proven like that. It's been proven a lot, but that. I mean, it's a clear-cut topic. If you don't want to be put in a position to snitch, don't do an illegal shit. Period.
Don't be hanging with people that do illegal shit if you're gonna snitch.
Yeah.
Get you a group of friends who don't do illegal shit.
There's the old saying. That's the reason why they made sidewalks. So niggas didn't want to play in the street. That's what they made sidewalks for.
Facts.
You know?
Well, you know what? Let's talk about that, because they don't have sidewalks in the South. Like, what's that about? You just be walking in the street.
Because they want them niggas to play in the streets.
I guess.
Is there grass? Is there grass somewhere?
Yes, grass. It's just no sidewalk, but it's crazy.
I just stay in the grass. Stay out the dirt roads. Go play in the grass.
God, there's no sidewalks. Barely. Well, like barely.
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 So anyways, let's recap. First of all, have any of you guys seen the verses with Red and Meth?
No, I have not.
Okay. You seen it, Shauna?
No.
Okay. I was a little bit disappointed.
Give it
really?
to us.
Via verses?
Yes. 420. So 420 came. They had Red and Meth.
What happened on 420? That was more important than Red and Meth. Just kidding. Go ahead.
So I know, right? So Red and Meth happened, and they strayed away from the original versus format. It's basically, me versus you, play my best songs against your best songs, have some conversation, some stories about how this song came about, or what you was feeling at that time when you first heard that, and everything like that.
Isn't that the way it usually goes?
That's what it usually goes. It didn't happen. They just basically put on a performance. They basically did some of their songs or some of their verses, whatever.
And the other verses, if there was a song with both of them in it, the other person would get to do his part. I saw that before.
All depends.
In this one, they both did their parts?
No, it all depends, because Ghost and Ray, they certain songs they did their joints together too, but there was no versus format with it. They were just performing. So there wasn't like, I'm gonna throw this one on how you feel about that. There was no back and forth. It was just basically them performing, certain songs, or they'll throw on a verse and everything like that. So there was no type of competition between it. And I didn't like that.
Man, I've been telling you, Versus is whack, bro.
No, it's not. Chill out. The only time I want to see people performing their hits is when it comes to the legends. I'm saying when it comes to like the old school legends and everything like that, you got a hit and everything. Yes, that's what I want to see.
Methodman and Redman are old school legends at this point. Not to me and you.
No, I'm talking about like the Earth, Wind and Fires, the Gladys Knights, and I'm talking about those legends. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about those legends, like, seeing them perform. Yeah, I like to see them perform together, no competition. But when it came to Red and Wrath, I was like, yo, you guys could have did the same exact thing as Rain Ghost. I'm saying they was battling, but when the song's too dope and too ill, of course, I'm saying, like,
yeah,
you guys perform together. But there was so many different songs that I'm saying that they could have done, but they just performed together, and it took the steam off of it. Because like I seen Red and Meth twice in concert, so the formats and the way you guys were saying, like certain formats, the way you guys go around say, I know what's gonna happen. So it's just like a repeat of that. And it's like I didn't want to see a concert. I wanted to see a battle. You know what I'm saying?
Can I tell you why you didn't see a battle?
Why?
Because Versus is whack, dog.
No, it's not. Shut up.
I'm sorry.
Disrespect.
I'm saying it.
Disrespect.
I'm saying it. It would be different if they were legit battling and it was like keeping tallies and people were saying who won and scores, maybe even, I don't know.
But that's what they do.
It'd be
that's what I'm saying. So it's like
so who won?
They didn't do that format. But I'm saying, but in Versus they do.
Who won out of Ghostface and Ray?
Ghost.
Okay. Who won out of Keisha Cole and Ashanti? I don't remember tallies, but I do know that they do that.
Yeah, they do tallies, and anybody ever seen? I always reference it. Always, you already seen what happened in Jada and freaking Fabulous. Even with Teddy Riley and what you gonna call it, with Babyface, they were straight legit battling. Like, you know what I'm saying, like what you gonna call it? I forgot what song Teddy Riley threw on. And Babyface goes, oh, we're doing remixes. Them niggas is really battling. You know what I'm saying? He threw shots like, oh, we're doing remixes. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, okay. He
was like, that was pretty nice, but you just was on the last verse. That's not your song. I was like, damn, this nigga was taking shots.
Yeah. That's cool. So Teddy Riley's like, yo, all right, I made this when I was 15. This ain't throwing shots. And he throws the he pulls out the
long story short, they do battles.
Yeah,
not all of them, but some of them.
Yeah. So it was crazy. I think it was the Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick joint.
Slick Rick the Ruler.
6 minutes. Dougie Fresh.
The show.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, the show. I'm about to say the symphony. The show. Yeah. He I guess he made that beat when he was like 14, like when he was like 15, like a teen. Teddy Riley. Yeah, so he threw it. He's like, Babyface was like, oh, that's cute. And I was like, yo, some niggas was battling. You know what I'm saying? Dudes was battling. T-Pain was battling. Little John and everything like that. That's what I'm talking about.
That was the best one. They need to redo that.
Like I was very disappointed. Very disappointed. It's like,
well, you have to also know it was picked up by what is it? Triller.
Nothing's changed. I'm saying nothing's changed. The only thing that changed about that is that they're on Apple. My thing is when people do performances, it's like they're scared of the competition. To try to, I'm saying they're scared of the outcome. So that way, if we do performances, nobody's a loser. We're all winners. Nah, nigga. I don't want to see that.
But was theirs a versus? I think theirs was a special edition or something. So maybe theirs was supposed to be this.
No, they didn't say that. They just said it was a versus. And then when it came time to perform, it was like, 420 special. And the only reason why they put the 420 on there because
smoke some weed.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I was just disappointed. I was just disappointed. You know, I loved it. I love the songs and everything like that, but it's like being at a third concert. And I'm like,
well, at least you got it for free.
I don't care. I want that competition. I wanted to hear Red be like, yo, when you threw that, I was doing this, and I was like, yo, that made me even write harder when we was in the studio and we did that. I want to hear stories like that. And it really wasn't that. It was just basically Red and Meth performing, doing what they do, and that's it. And I was a little bit disappointed by that. And Redman being my damn near all-time favorite. Disappointed me, man.
I don't know.
But shout out to Verzuz.
I take no pleasure in those things. I watched the Ray and Ghost one, and but that's different. I can watch them watch a Verzuz. Like, I just love those guys. But I watched maybe 5-10 minutes of one, and I'm bored and want to do something else.
Nah, it all depends, but yeah. But shout out to them, man. Shout out to them. But yeah, so where we want to go? We want to go a little heavy. Do you want to go a little
Wherever
heavy?
You want to take it, sir.
All right. So earlier this week, as we're hearing Derek Chauvin's guilty verdict. Shout out to the juries, jurors coming out with that guilty verdict with Derek Chauvin killing George Floyd. In Ohio, Ma'Khia, is that how you say her name? Ma'Khia?
Yes, sir.
Ma'Khia Bryant was killed in an altercation by a cop. During an altercation from a cop. Have any of you guys seen the video?
Yes.
I have not.
Okay.
Yes.
And so there's basically 50-50. There's a big split. There's a big split, especially amongst Black people, where how she was killed. The cop used deadly force. There was a 911 call saying that there was 2 911 calls actually from what I hear. One 911 call saying that someone's about to get jumped. Another 911 call saying that someone's waving a knife, chasing someone with a knife. As a cop pulls up, the cop gets the call within 28 seconds, pulls up to the scene. He sees all this going on. He sees a woman about to stab a woman with a knife. He ends up unloading 4 shots, hits her in the chest, and she kills her and kills the girl. 16 years old and everything. So a lot of people was like, oh my God, deadly force, whatever, police brutality, another one, and everything like that. But then when they deep dive into the videos and everything like that, break it down, they see the girl really about to stab the girl. About some bodily harm. A lot of people's like, oh, you're saying, he acted within his rights. That's how it's supposed to. My thing is, I understand the situation, what the cop was going to, because a lot of people say, oh my God, Ma'Khia is the one who made the call, and she ends up being killed and everything. To the cop's defense, he hears a call. Someone's chasing someone with a knife. He pulls up, he sees that person chasing that person with a knife. That person's about to stab that person. He unloads 4 shots. I have no issue with the situation. The only issue I had is that there could have been a different way. He didn't have to unload 4 into that 16-year-old girl. Not knowing that he was saying that she was 16, whatever, he just seen an aggressor. And at the same time, I understand from another person's point where she probably could have killed that girl. But me personally, I think there was something else that cop could have done. Rushed her or something like that. I don't think he had to unload 4 in her to kill her like that. That's
absolutely not.
Absolutely and, not. There's 2 videos out now. There's 2 videos out. I'm saying from a cop's point of view and from a neighbor taping it. I still feel there had to be some other way. I don't think he had to do that. And the way he did it, when you look at it, and she was on the girl. And I'm like, my thing is, you could have hit that other girl too. Because you're quote unquote trying to save another life. You could have hit that other girl too. So it's like the way you pull up like, yo, someone's dying. I'm killing somebody. Because you went there with like no regard for that other person. You're just like, oh, boom, 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 whatever. And so, but I just feel that there could have been a different way. There definitely could have been a different way. But I think also he might get off. He might get off because there's no clear-cut reasoning or there's no clear-cut resolution of how that could have been solved.
Well, I think the simple fact that people are split on it is proof that he's going to get off.
That's what I'm saying.
If everyone was 100%, he still might get off. So the fact that people are split, he's going to walk. He shouldn't have shot that kid with that many times. I understand you pull up, someone's on top of someone with a knife. I don't even know if you have time to say stop. I don't know.
Then he yelled, "Get down!"
Like I don't
Get
know.
off, okay? Something like that.
I don't know if I would have been thinking to yell stop. Like, oh shit, she's gonna kill that girl. And but I'm not a trained police officer. But then again, let's look at that word trained. I've been trained in CPR every 2-3 years since I was 13. I can't do no motherfucking CPR. I have no idea what I'm doing. If CPR pops, I mean, I know the steps right now. I know I do. I know them.
What are they?
You got to check the airway. You got to tilt the head back. You got to survey the scene.
That's what you do first. Survey the scene.
I know. He went.
Survey the scene. Yes. Survey the scene. Make sure everything's clear.
Hold on.
Go get 911.
Yep.
You have to yell. Go get 911.
And then you
tap the person. Are you okay?
Tap the person. Ask them are they okay. And then you're supposed to ask permission too. Like they added that. You ask permission.
Yeah, you ask permission, and if they're conscious,
well, if you're certified,
whatever.
Yeah, but if you're certified, regardless, that
my point being, trained to do something doesn't mean you know what to do when the shit pops off. Which is why I personally feel a lot of these things that happen with the police, it's a mixture of things. It's a mixture of the disregard for the life of people who won't be avenged.
Wait, sorry, running back. I'm sorry.
It's a mixture of things. It's a disregard for the life of people who won't be avenged. Okay. Like if you kill Becky Sue, they'll make you a monster.
Yeah.
If you kill Shaquandra, it's cop shoots girl. We don't know. You know what I mean? So and whether or not we're thinking about that, that's in all the subconscious of all of us. Black, white, Mexican, whatever. That's in all of our subconscious. That we know that fact. Right. So I think it's a mixture of that. I think it's a mixture of your own personal biases. Where if I roll up and I see Shaquandra, I see my niece or my cousin. He rolls up, he sees Shaquandra, he sees those wild ass, ratchet ass girls fighting on YouTube. He sees monsters. That's what he sees. And then I think it's a mixture of just shitty training. Like how well are these dudes trained? And if they are trained, how trained can you be if you've never been through it? Like I was watching a movie one time and this cop said, I've been on the job 22 years. This is the first time I had to pull my gun. So that'll show you, like we think all these cops are Bruce Willis. We think they know what to do. They don't know what to do.
Yeah, I know.
They don't. When the shit pops, say, oh shit. Like,
they have to respond and try to think about that training. Just the same way you just said. How long have you been in your field?
Since I was 13.
Over 20 years. There you go.
Yeah.
And if any of those kids started choking on a sandwich,
oh my God, I'll shit
in the
myself.
pool.
I'll shit myself.
If you're at your house and your mom stops choking, or you at a cookout and someone starts choking, you're CPR trained and you're trained for over this many years and you don't know what to do in that moment. So you just made a very, very valid point. But
I'm not excusing this guy. I'm not excusing him. I'm saying that the reason why he reacted the way he did. I think the reason why he reacted the way he did is a mixture of those things. And I think that the problem doesn't lie with Derek Chauvin. The problem is not this cop. The problem is a system that creates and enforces
That's right.
them and then backs them when they fuck up. If the police were like, yo, this guy's a fuck up, we are going to get him. If they said that, we would chill. We would be like, oh, okay, all right, cool. But the police always go, nope, he did what we taught him. Then fuck you if he did what
yeah. Like, it's crazy.
So I don't think that, like you said, I don't think that it's well, it's a twofold. It's some of it is very, very system, and some of it is very, very people. But the system is so fucked up, they don't even do enough screening to get those people to not even be into the fucked up system that they've already created.
Exactly.
So yes, yes, sir. So yes, that makes sense. But also the training, again, the quality of the training, again, the years, this guy was only in force, I believe, for only 3 years. He said that they are, or the police chief said that they are trained to shoot in the mass body of the attacker. So unfortunately,
hit the biggest part.
The attacker,
hit the biggest part of the body.
And they're trained to shoot the biggest part of the body to stop the attacker. The attacker just happens to be a 16-year-old girl. That this is their description on why they're justifying the blatant murder. But again, there's not enough screenings being done on these people entering this fucked up system that you're teaching these people to shoot them in the body of a mass with a knife. But you want to look at, like you said, how many times has this man been in an instance where he reacted with 4 shots? Again, it was a knife and it was a lot going on. I only seen partial of the first video of his body cam. So I know that it was a knife, and when he gets out the scene, when he gets out the car, it's a lot going on, but he doesn't seem to be trying to naturally control it. He seems aggressive trying to control it as well. So it's really weird to see. So I couldn't really watch it because I didn't want to see another kid getting killed. But so I seen a piece of it. So you want to see how many times he's actually been in these instances. Like, other people have left plenty of scenes with knives, with guns, with rifles, with like ammunition, who just killed 9 people. They're walked out easily. So even though she had a knife, and yes, people are trying to justify that they saved another life, another Black girl's life, or another person's life. That's what that officer did in that moment. So that's why, like you guys said, since the world is split, he's most likely going to get off. They can look at other factors on how he walks away. Because again, 4 shots are way too many. Like you said, you could have shot 1 time and the knife would have fell. Like, if you're trained to shoot in an arm for a knife, then you wouldn't have killed someone. You would fucking lose an arm, but you still have, justification to why you did it. So it's like, again, the training, it's just fucked up. So I think that hopefully he does not walk. Hopefully there's a system where they put in place. I think it's fucked up. I think the world is real split on their views, and everyone has their own opinions. And I do agree, DeMario, like, depending on your lens, you see it differently. Like, again, you might run up and see Shaquanda. Other people might run up and see their niece, their sister. Me, I know how many, you guys know where we grew up. How many fights did we see at 16? So imagine someone being shot, we not understanding the situation and not understanding what's going on. It's just crazy. Again, that the system is training these people to do this and not look past it. And it's funny when other things go on in the city, when other things go on with people, with clear people, they're able to figure it out and get them to where they need to be.
What is clear people?
Don't worry, white people.
They have no color.
Who?
White people.
White people.
When white people are called and they have knives, when white people are called and they're having a mental breakdown, when white people are called and they're, pulled over and they're saying, I'm not getting out the fucking car and fuck you, and they drive off. These people are not shot deadly. They're not shot 6 times, 5 times, 1 time. They're not shot at all. They figure out how to get these motherfuckers back in custody somehow. They figure it out. But when people have color, they don't know how to figure it out, and their training is justified. It's just bullshit. It's a system that's fucked up, and that allows these people. And again, they don't, like you said, they protect them. The only people that they don't protect are the people who go against the system. If you go against that motherfucker, you're in there, because there are people that try to join the force to try to make it a better place. You know what I'm saying? That have better values. But they do that, and those are the people that are fucked over, written off. Like, these cops are not trained. These cops are not specialized. Like, you have to go with the flow, and they'll cover your shit, whatever you do. Like, I used to joke when I had first got out of college and I went into Target as an HR manager. I was like, damn, pharmacists make a lot of money. And I knew a lot of people at that time in my life. I knew a lot of people that sold drugs illegally. So I was like, why don't people just go to school to sell drugs legally? Because you make money, you have a short schedule, and you still selling drugs. Like you make a lot of money. You have a very short work schedule, the same way you do when you're in them streets. You got it in this life, but do it this way. So I used to say, if you want to be a legal drug dealer, well, now, weed's legal, so it's different. But if you wanted to be a legal drug dealer back then be a pharmacist. And now I feel like if you want to be a legal killer, just become a cop. And people have that mindset because they will cover your fucking ass. Like, you're going to be okay. When you are a police officer, whatever you do, turn your camera off, we figure it out. They figure out how to make you okay, but they couldn't figure out how to make that person's life okay that they killed.
Because if for them to admit that so-and-so was wrong or so-and-so was bad, it makes people go, well, why didn't you catch them? Why didn't you catch them before they hurt someone?
Oh, why didn't you do better? It's like being a parent. You don't ever want to say your kid's bad because it comes back to you. Like, fuck, I raised this motherfucker.
So they have
He's a killer.
It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. Because if the police was to say, damn, this guy is messed up, we're going to punish him. Oh, this guy's messed up, we're going to punish him. If they said that, and then people started saying, well, what are you guys doing to prevent this? Then maybe we could say, oh, well, you know what? Maybe we need to look at the way we do our process. But it's like they just don't want to be left holding the bag. They can't take the L. It's crazy. They just won't.
And it's like, they get what's that called? Something immunity. Yeah, they get some type of immunity.
Yeah, hell like the whole tense racial situation in this country is exacerbated for the people not wanting to just take the L.
Yeah.
Say, you know what? We fucked up. We're gonna fix the way we do things. Give us a year. Give us whatever.
No.
And it's not gonna happen.
No, they're never gonna do that.
You have a system in place that's been designed this way, and it's been in this way for years. I'm saying decades, generations, whatever.
Listen, people are not born this way. People are not born this way. They are ingrained. This is like a cult. Like, they are ingrained this way from children. From like when you see kids in a high school auctioning off people like a slave farm in 2021. Like, this is on Twitter on Snapchat. They were on Snapchat auctioning off kids. They did a nigger auction in Texas in 2021 in a freaking high school. Like, I remember racial things that happened like in middle school and in high school, and I would never think that this type of shit is this extreme now to still continue to be going on.
They did a nigger auction at a high school.
Yes.
In Texas.
I think it was it a high school or middle school? It may have been a middle school.
Sure. I think it was.
Wait a minute.
It was something like that.
And they had black kids that went to the school there?
Yes.
Something like that, yeah.
That they were auctioning off in their Snapchat. They had a group. They were like, how much would you pay for this one?
Oh, wait. So this was just a Snapchat thing.
It wasn't like an official thing in school.
Because
no. Okay, not in the school.
In
okay,
high school. So I was like,
well, it was all
like high school age children. They were all doing it.
But it was like all within that school. It was all within that school.
It's like a movie.
It was all within that school. Yeah, something crazy like that. You know, it's like one of the little small Texas towns. I'm saying one of them. And one of them places like that.
I don't know them, but yeah.
Where was it?
I think it was like North Houston. It wasn't far. It was like North Houston.
No, but it was like a certain name of a town.
Yeah, but I guess
I know they have provinces and stuff like that. They have towns within the certain provinces. Like you got Worcester County, but then you got Shrewsbury in Worcester County and stuff like that. So it was something like, but it was like one of those small towns and everything. But yeah, man, it's like, that shit was crazy. Now, just like you said, it was funny because I was listening to another podcast and Van was basically saying how it's he doesn't feel that he was talking about another situation, but he was basically talking about it may not be intentional, but the way the system is designed, it is intentional because the way the media and everything like that portrays Black people, as animals, we're stronger, we're considered savages and everything like that. So, and plus we have no regard for human, I'm saying for human life. So their intentions is basically like, I have to put this animal down, because they're very violent and everything like that. So I have to put this person down. So that's what he was talking about, how it's intentional. Like it may not be intentional to that person, like I'm going to kill this person, but in their mind and how they're programmed, because the way society views us, we have to put these, we have to put animals and these savages down. And I get that 100%.
They just showed a clip. Sorry to interrupt you, Kylie. Mm-hmm. They just showed a clip of like a week prior to them killing her. There was just a big riot from after the football game. You know how, we've won championships and the city acts crazy. So it was like hella white kids flipping cars, burning shit with guns, shooting shit, just doing crazy shit. And nobody was shot. No one was none of these people were even arrested. So how are you like if you responded to that, that was a threatening situation. Or like fights that break out in those situations. You've been there. You've seen clear people act crazy after championships, start punching each other in the face for no fucking reason. Like, what the fuck is going on? Why are you guys fighting? We just won. Just high five. But that's how clear people react.
I don't support using clear people.
Okay.
I think that shit is racist.
It is.
It is
racist. It is racist.
Whatever.
I just want to say that we, as Barely Watching, do not support her use of the term clear people.
I can say however whatever I want to, and it can come off as that as such. But whatever, these people act crazy and they're not brought down as animals. So again, I definitely agree with you, Kylie, like that they justify that shit because it is. They do put us out there.
And I remember seeing a video. It's probably like from 2016. There was a white cop in California standing off with a Latino woman. I'm saying, and at first she had a knife. She had a big ass knife. She had it. She took a person hostage, whatever. Cop talked her down. She let the hostage go, and she was gonna charge the cop. Cop had his gun drawn and everything. He was like, put the knife down. She was like, nah, I'm gonna charge you. Obviously, she had mental fucking issues. What that cop did, he shot her in the fucking leg. As she charged him with the big ass knife, he shot her in the leg. She dropped the knife. He kicked the knife away. He was like, why you got to do that? He was like, see, this is and that. He was like, yo, it could have been easier for you, but you wanted to charge me and everything like that. Then after that, called the ambulance right away. Put a fucking tourniquet where her leg is. Made sure she was all right and everything like that. And I was like, why can't they do that shit everywhere else? That whole shit, like, well, we're trained to kill. Of course he's trained to kill, but he obviously, thank God that cop seen, she always had mental issues. And I'm not trying to kill her because I know it's her mental disability that's trying to kill me, but she may not mean that. But you know what? I'm going to take her down and everything like that, patch her up, and hopefully she gets the help that she can get. If all cops thought like that on some reasonable shit, there'd be a better place. This would be a better place. But I'm just like, I mean, that situation, I get it.
Who said they're trained to kill?
Yeah, that
cops are all. I'm saying cops are saying they're trained to kill when they have to reach.
Why would they be trained to kill? They're not in the. They're not. Did they go to Iran, like Iraq, whatever? Like, are they at war? I'm confused. Like, aren't they?
Because basically, what it's saying is that when a cop has to draw their gun, that's the last situation. Like, there's imminent danger and everything like that, and whatever the threat is, they have to take it down. So
okay, yes, so is the threat not an arm, a shoulder?
That makes sense.
That makes sense. But what that means is last resort. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
exactly.
Not first.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's all that means. Last resort.
Sure.
But it's the last resort in certain situations with certain people, and it's the first resort in certain situations with certain people. So back to the system being fucked up. There's no fucking screening to get in this bitch. I know police officers that are, if they were in a situation, they might make the wrong decision. They shouldn't have been in this field. They're not mentally capable of making these decisions. Doctors don't get mistakes like this. Doctors make mistakes. They lose their license. They're never hired again. They're in jail. They're sued. They're broke. All of this happens to them. So they do enough training, like DeMario's point was, enough training to get qualified to be able to be set free to save lives, because they save lives. You know, they save lives as well. So cops do not have that training. EMTs don't carry guns, and they report to crazy situations.
Yeah.
Teachers break up fights.
EMTs be getting killed.
Break up a fight of kids in your place of work that might pull out a knife.
I almost got stabbed because of her one time.
You know.
Yeah, I remember you told me that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
But you didn't. But you didn't pull out your thing and shoot somebody.
I didn't have one back then, but if I did,
you might have
got shot.
But again, you're threatened, so that's why you're going to react that way.
But you didn't kill him. Killing.
But your killing is justified. No.
You didn't kill him. You didn't kill him, though.
That's an ill place.
That was good. That was good.
But it's oh man, we've got to do better, and I don't know how to get there. If the powers that be won't go to the police force and say, hey, tighten up, then I don't know nothing will ever get better. If they just keep saying, "Oh, well, he did right," and letting them walk, I don't know.
Well, now they're starting to look into certain police departments. I believe they're looking into like the Ohio State Police Department. They're looking into another police department, and like how
St. Louis, where whatchamacallit?
Yeah, so
Michael
how
Brown.
how they are training and whatever they're doing, because again, in certain situations there are people, like it's very prominent and clear, they're pulling out cases, like there are so many deaths that have happened in Ohio, not just Michaela's death. Sorry if I'm pronouncing her name wrong, whatever, but not just her death, but like so many deaths that happened like within the last maybe 4 or 5 years, in situations with white people and situations with Black people that have differed amongst death and this person going to jail. So it's like, why is that? Again, like there's a clear problem in this policing force. So they are starting to look into certain ones, but it's not certain ones. It's a global offense. Like you just
the whole system.
We didn't have cameras way back in the day to talk about what happened in Worcester, what happened in, things have happened to a lot of people, and it's a system thing. Like you said, people used to be like, oh, they're rotten apples or whatever. Now they're like, no, it's a fucked up tree. The tree is rotten, not the apples. It's not bad like rotten apples. It's Absolutely. A fucked up tree. Absolutely.
I think there's only been like one case in Worcester where a cop, where two cops basically beat a handcuffed man to death. It was a Latino man. I don't know what the situation was. I remember he was handcuffed to the stairs of the porch, and the cops were trying to subdue him, and they basically beat him to death. And his sister recorded it. And they went through the motions in court and everything like that. Long story short, they ended up getting $500,000, and they was in and out of court for over 10 years. What happened? This happened in the early 90s. They didn't get their money, or they didn't get a settlement until about early 2000. And I remember as a kid, fighting. Yeah, and it was like it was crazy around that time. I forgot what it was, but yeah, I was like, that's sad. That's very sad. And she recorded everything. The cops beating her brother, or it was a relative, and only got a $500,000 for that. Yeah. No. But but we could move on.
So before I get into the juicy stuff, on a lighter note, so we talked about algorithms before, right? When you're like, algorithms are all fucked up, whatever, or we talk about how the FBI be in our phones and shit, and how they'll, like, if we think about ice cream, you get all these ice cream ads popped up on your phone. So now it's like to an extreme level with this targeting, and I think it's AI. Sorry, that's wrong. So I should have talked first before I smoked. Anyway, so Mario's like, "Yep, she sure should have. This is going to be really long. You can edit all of this shit later, okay?" But okay, so now AI, which is artificial intelligence, they're able to get in our phones and tap into our cameras and see our front faces. So when we're strolling on our phones and you might see something like, oh, that looks nice, ass, titties, fucking makeup, earrings, I don't know, some Bo Jacksons, whatever you see that might light up your face a little bit more, now you'll see more of it. That's why you're starting to see more ads. So it's not only that they can hear your voice in conversation. So when I'm talking to my homegirl about wanting some chocolate chip ice cream, and then I get on IG and I see all of these Ben and Jerry's fucking ads, like, why is this all here? I want some ice cream so bad. Now they're able to like see your faces, and certain programs and certain people are picking up and using this. And this is a good marketing tool. So then you can know how to target your target audience. But how do you guys feel about that?
Well, I'm gonna say this. The only reason why they're able to do that is because we allow them to. So when you get a new app, or you get an update on your app, there's a thing called terms of services. Them terms of services, 9 times out of 10, people just click OK, and that's it. And then after, when it goes and says access to contacts, access to camera, access to this. When everybody puts allow, you're basically giving them permission to do all that, to open your phone, go through your contacts and everything like that. So when you look at the terms of services, people, instead of clicking on it and saying, yeah, look what the fuck it says we can do this, we can do that. Like as far as Instagram and everything like that, all those pictures that you have, you don't own those pictures. Instagram owns those pictures because you gave them up when you okayed the app and you okayed the terms of services. So a lot of times, a lot of people are, oh, how can they do that? We've been giving them permission. But the thing is, a lot of times, that's that whole bullshit when you got these lengthy contracts and put this jargon that doesn't make sense. And motherfuckers like, oh, fuck that, whatever. I just want to use the shit. I'm going to press OK. But yeah, you always look at the term of services. So that's how they're able to do it. But that shit's freaky too, though. It's just like, again, don't tell me what the fuck I want. Let me choose. Let me choose. Like yesterday, I was on there, haven't seen this person in a long time. Hit me up like, yo, where you been at? I'm like, nigga, I've been here. Like, I haven't seen you in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen you post. What have you been liking? Let me go on this stuff. I've been liking stuff totally different from what I am. So they put you in a certain category of things that you like to spark your interest based on this. No, nigga. Bring that old shit back.
Yeah.
Let's fucking, you know what I'm saying? Don't tell me what the fuck is good for me. It's not.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's not. I want this. This is what I want.
I want access to all my fucking friends on social media.
All my friends.
Not just the ones that I might want to talk about their shit.
I agree, but I'm gonna just pause right there just to throw in a flag. If you guys remember if you were on Facebook way back when Facebook was open, so when it was only open to college kids, kind of like how Clubhouse is only open to iPhone users, you had a little exclusive social media. So when it was only to college people and it opened up to the rest of the world, everyone was able to be friends. And with Facebook, it was low-key like LinkedIn. It started off like a LinkedIn, like it was more professional. But then once it opened up to everybody and they was able to flood it, nobody wanted that. That's why it became friend request type of deal. So then when it became friend request type of deal, everybody was able to access you and people didn't like that. So now that they've changed it to see what you like, even though it's wrong, FBI-ish, whatever. But now that they changed it to see, we think that you like this because this is what you always look at. And this is when your face lights up and this is what you like. And this is what you communicate back and forth. We're like, nah, because I'm missing my cousin over in Ohio. I don't see enough. So now we want them to change it back. You know what I'm saying? So we put this shit on ourselves back in the day with complaining or writing or saying whatever we said or changing shit or blocking people or moving shit around. Because I remember I hated Facebook once everybody was able to flood it and start poking you. Do they still poke you on there? I don't even know.
I don't even know if they even have that shit.
We probably got them to get rid of that because we was like done with it. I don't know. Like, do they still poke you on Facebook? To Mario's face lit up, nigga. Whatever.
No, I'm laughing because I don't know.
Now he's getting pokes.
I'm gonna go check right now and see if they still have.
He's gonna poke.
He's gonna go poke a bitch. I'm gonna go see if I can poke somebody.
So what does that mean?
I don't think they have poking no more.
What does that mean with the poking?
I don't know. Like at first it was waving, and then I went to poking. I'm saying when it was like I'm definitely aging myself, but whatever.
No, they have wave now.
Yeah, poking was first. Yeah,
poking was
when
first.
They go,
so now
yeah,
it's
when they
waving.
go live.
Yeah. So now, no. Like at first they were able to just like. I think you did that to kind of. I don't know, like let somebody know you were here. You remember AOL chat, like when you get into the room. So I don't know if people did that to like let people know you were online. Because you didn't have like a live feed, like it was just like Twitter. So you didn't know when people were on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why they would poke you.
I always thought that the poke meant let's have a private conversation.
That too. It meant so many different things. So many different things. It was so wrong.
I'm online. Let's talk.
People are like, why are you poking me? What do you want? Just message me or just say hi. Like that's how people felt about it at one point, I would say. So yeah, I think like all of that's just crazy, but I do agree with you, Kylie, on low key, like a lot of that shit people are clicking yes to way too soon. I do know, like, not every app I have needs access to my contacts or my camera, none of that shit. So I'm like, no, I'm only up here to order food. You don't need none of that from me. Like, you know, like, so there's certain things I know that I don't need. I do that. But like with Instagram, it's a little different because it does need access. It's a social media uploading photo thing. So it's always going to see your face and it's a front camera on your phone. So as long as you have your front camera enabled, that's why, you know, some of these conspiracy theorists and old people will be like, nah, I don't need no camera. That's how they track y'all. That's how they get you to say. It makes a little bit of sense, but it's just, it's smart in a marketing tool way, like, you know, and it's very evolving. Like it shows you where this world is going. Like you need to get on IT, you need to be with like NFTs taking off, like different things that are happening. But it's also a little bit low key getting in your privacy, being able to see when your face lights up. Like again, Mario, if you're strolling and you're wondering why you see big boobs all the time, it's because when you see big boobs, you might like them or keep strolling. So you'll notice it. Because you'll see random pages, even if you go, Demario, you're not on Instagram, but if you had an Instagram and you were able to go to, Kylie, what's that page that just shows you like a bunch of different random shit that people you might not follow? Like the Explorer page?
Oh, the Explorer page.
Yep. So if Demario was on IG and he had an Explorer page, it would show him a lot of the shit that he likes. And he would understand what I'm saying.
It's based off the shit that you like. It's based off the shit that you like.
But it would be able to even pick up shit off your face. Like when I go to my Explorer page, it might show me hair shit. It might show me some dance shit because those are the things that I'm typically looking at or whatever, business stuff, whatever it is. But for other people who are typically looking at like ass and titties, it's going to show a bunch of them, even like random new models that people need to follow, like that type of shit. So it's just different. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. I wanted to see how y'all thought about it.
And I hate it. Sometimes you miss shit. Sometimes you miss shit. Niggas be like, sometimes motherfuckers like, you'll come across one of your friends talking about, such and such is going crazy on timeline, or did you see this? Like, nah, I didn't see that shit. And I'm cool with that person. Like, what the fuck? I hate it. I hate it. And it keeps you in a certain box.
I just found out my sister had a boyfriend.
I hate it.
I was like, I happened to ask another sister. I was like, who's this dude? And it was like, girl, that's her man. They've been dating forever. I'm like, I don't even see her in my timeline. I didn't even know my sister had a new man. Shout out to my sister, her new boo.
I hate that. Yeah. I'm just like,
and she been posting them for weeks. I was like, damn, weeks? I'm really out of it. I don't see none of her posts. Maybe because I don't be liking them.
That's why I be careful. That's why I be careful with what I be posting and what I be liking. Because I hate getting put in the motherfucking categories. And I'm not gonna like everybody's shit either. You know what I'm saying? Just to get a variety.
Just to throw the algorithm off.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that, but I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. But
the world is changing. We gotta stay with it,
the world's changing. And it's like I commend those people. Like I have a love-hate relationship with people that aren't on social media. I love the fact that you're not caught up in this whole, when I wake up, I want to check what's going on. Or this moment, if I'm bored, I go to my phone to check this. Or I go this to kill time or something like that before I do that. Like you constantly always have to go to your phone. For those people that are not a part of social media and that can control that, whatever, kudos to them. But again, the people that are not on social media are somewhat kind of lost in the sauce when it comes to certain things. You be like, you didn't know that? It's on social media. It's like you're looking at them different, like.
But there are people who aren't on social media?
Yeah, there is. Like there's people that never had a Facebook. Like, and that's the most annoying thing. Dealing with a person now in person who's never had a Facebook and acting like it's something crazy. Like for instance, I'm not gonna mention no names, but a friend of Badi, a friend of ours, not gonna mention no names. So this person just got Facebook, whatever. So they on Facebook. They went on a live. They come to me, right?
Wait, two wrongs. They're new and they went live.
Oh, no. They jumped on someone's live. They're just watching it. Just watching it.
Oh, okay,
right?
Okay.
And so the part when a friend of yours jumps on the live and it says such and such is watching with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the person comes to me and was like, look at this shit. Fuck they mean what them saying. Fuck they mean they watching me. You know what? I gotta delete this app. I don't want no one watching me. This and that. And I'm just like, motherfucker. And then so that was strike one. I was like, all right. And this person's younger than me too. This person's younger than us. And then another time when someone tags you, it's like when someone I say I'm not friends with D, and he ends up tagging you, Kishana, and then all you're saying, then whatever you're doing, saying comes up, and I'm able to see that. Even like I'm able to see your stuff, even though I'm not friends with you. Mm-hmm. This motherfucker had a bird. How the fuck am I seeing this person? I don't even know who this is. Woo, they're tapping into my shit. Oh, I gotta delete this app.
I gotta get rid of this.
When it comes to Facebook, don't talk to me. Leave me alone. Leave the social media shit. It's too much for you.
So hold on. You just made me think of something. sometimes it will tell me that somebody commented on someone's post, and it's like not a post that I'm tagged in. What is that? Like, it's like you're following that person whose post they tagged on. I'm listening they commented on. So I have to stop
if you
following everybody.
If you follow not people,
unfriend, but just unfollow. Just unfollow. That's it.
If you follow 2 people, what?
I thought I don't know, because it only happens if you follow 2 like the same people. So like if me and my sister are in conversation and you're typically in conversation with me and my sister on Facebook, it'll tell you that I commented on my sister's thing.
No, he's not talking about that. He's not talking about that. He's talking about just getting a random, a post that he's not part of, but he follows that person and it says such and such commenting on that person, or or such and such added a photo, such and such said something on this post, even though you're not a part of that post. It's if you guys are all friends, it'll automatically follow. Like, such and such said something in the conversation.
Yeah, that's
such
the same thing she said, though. But that's the same thing.
No. She's talking about she's talking about if you post on something. I'm saying if you post on something and then someone else posts on that same thing, it says
that's not what she said.
Such comment.
I
said if you typically like. So if he's on other posts, like going back and forth, or maybe talking to me, or maybe he's commented on another post of mine, it'll tell him that someone commented on my post that he's friends with. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I've made a post before, and he's commented, I've commented, my sister's commented, and we've been back and forth. And then say my best friend makes a post, and I'm talking to my sister and my best friend, it might let him know that my sister commented on that post. Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm asking, why does it tell me so and so commented on so and so's post, and I'm not tagged in that post?
I thought it was because we're all friends and we've been on other things, and that's how it knows to tell you, because you might be missing something that we're talking about. Yeah, because that's how it's another AI type of shit. It's something you might be missing.
And no me gusta. I don't like that shit.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Because I started to get a lot of that. And I'm like, why? Like my sister and her friend could be talking about some other shit and they'll tell me, and I'll click on it. I'm like, this has nothing to do with me. I'm out of here. But it's because maybe you haven't been on Facebook all day. You might be missing something. It wants you to know. So it's just notifying you so you can go look at it and like something.
Yep. And it's like, I can give a fuck. I can give a fuck. Yeah, that's what it is. Because if you watch the Social Dilemma on Netflix, they talk about that. And then and explain that same exact shit. How they want you to engage, like, this motherfucker been off Facebook for a little bit.
It wants you to engage. Engagement matters. That pays their ads.
Something that he might like.
That's how they paid for. That's how this runs. Yeah. This is all money thing. They need your engagement. So when they go to this business and they want to post ads, they're like, no, we're going to charge you this much because we have this many people viewing this many times a day, and this is how they keep you viewing. This is how you keep you in. But so you can turn those notifications off. That's how you can do. You don't have to unfollow people. Just turn the notifications off. So then you won't get them to send you there.
I'm about to go get me a banana because I don't like that shit.
That's why somebody you and I know stays with the flip. Go get the flip. Get the flip, and then you ain't gotta worry about it. Get you a flip phone.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't like
get
that
you a flip phone.
Because I can give a fuck who added new photos. I'm like, nigga, I don't care. I don't care they add new photos and shit. But sometimes I go look and it's a fucking meme.
Or this person posts. This person posts this, or this person, you haven't seen this person.
It's constantly telling me that so-and-so commented on Mike Jerry. It constantly telling me that. And I'm like, and every time my dumb ass is like, oh shit, I'm tagged in this? And I'm like, no.
Yeah. The algorithm is basically saying, you fuck with Mike Jerry.
It keeps telling you, and you keep looking. The algorithm's
like, you fuck with Mike Jerry. So, here's some other shit that I think you might like.
Yep.
Yeah. That's that bullshit.
You might like.
Yeah. So switching gears. Kishana.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead.
Nah, you go ahead. You got the juicy post.
The second question was, all right. Okay. So let me come back. Sorry. Have you ever confused your sex mate for your soulmate? Or did I put it the other way? Have you ever confused your soulmate and they may have been your sex mate?
You mean
what What's the
Yeah,
difference?
you gotta elaborate a little bit. You gotta elaborate a little bit. Like, is it a person like? Is it like a person like?
So
constant. Go ahead.
Is this working?
Yeah. No. Hold on. When you go ahead. No, say something.
1, 2. Oh, 1, 2.
You sound deeper.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between them?
Oh no, you don't anymore. Okay, so confusing your sex mate for your soulmate, meaning you were dickmatized. Maybe you have.
I don't know about no dickmatized. I don't know about no dickmatized.
You've been pussy whipped. You've had a very, very good sexual experience with this person, and you think that because of this sexual experience with this person is your soulmate. So you try to continue a relationship with this person, and then you may find out we have nothing but good sex. This person is not my soulmate. This person is my sex mate. Because when we have sex and in those moments, it is everything that I need and want and have prayed for. But after that, I can't stand her. She starts nagging, like whatever the case may be. There's things that she wants that you don't want. You guys just don't align in that world. So have you guys ever been in relationships? Mainly, you're married, Kylie, so you may not be able to. You may have before you found your soulmate, so you might got to start about it. I don't know. But Demario, I don't know if you can speak on it. Have you ever confused your sex mate for your soulmate and really tried to pursue a relationship with this person and may not have been all that you have thought it would have been, and you realize it's just that sex? So your sex mate could be the devil in disguise, and your soulmate is someone else, but that sex is there.
I got a true story. A real quick story about that. My mom told me, this is when I was a virgin. Well, actually, she didn't know I was a virgin now. She said, Kylie, there's going to come a time where you have sex with somebody and you're going to like it. Sex is a drug.
Word?
Yo, and I can't believe my mom was talking to me like this. I'm about 15. I'm about 15. She goes, sex is a drug. Once you have it, you're always going to want it. Never, ever confuse good sex for being with, she said, never, ever confuse good sex with the person you're supposed to be with. Something like that, or the one, basically.
My mother told me, Mario, I don't want you out there having sex. So
my mom knew it was
different conversations.
My mom knew it was inevitable. My mom knew it was inevitable.
So what do I do once I do that?
My mom knew it was
inevitable. What are you gonna
like?
Do you not want me to tell you? What you want me to do?
Yeah. It was something like don't confuse good sex. Yeah. She was like, don't confuse good sex for a good relationship. Something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so
that's some real nigga shit.
That stuck with me. That stuck with me. And yeah, that stuck with me, and I ain't never got confused. So
well, I can speak
to the no for me.
I can speak to the confusion part because it's funny, like you meet someone, right? And then you start to kind of dig them. And then you get intimate with them. And you like, yo, the intimacy we share is just how I like it. Like I feel this is the best. This is where it's at. And then after a while, you start kind of realizing that other areas are lacking, but you feel that connection, the sexual one, and you kind of just focus on it a little bit. And then you start noticing that's the most of it. Mm-hmm. But you still just focus on it. And then you start realizing that it's becoming all. It's becoming, that's really the last place we really connected on. Everything else is just kind of not bad, just not spectacular like that.
Shits and giggles.
So I haven't, the way you phrased it, I haven't experienced, but sort of in the way I just phrased it, I've experienced that. I can say I've experienced.
I think it's the same thing though. Like you,
no, it's the same thing. It's just, it wasn't like it wasn't like, you know, you're like, oh my God, the sex is so good, I found my soulmate. It wasn't that. It was we connect so well on other things and we connect on this.
Okay.
And then you start realizing that that's the strongest connection. And then you start realizing that the other connections aren't really as connected as you thought. You know what I mean?
Okay. So I'm gonna post this because I want to see what the comments are. So you bring up a good point to the second part of this. I watched this on a podcast where it was men and women are going to differ in this question, because women are going to let their sex confuse them for a soulmate, where men may have some good sex and, like you said, let that relationship keep going and overlook some shit. But you guys might not say that's my soulmate, so to say. So it was different on that podcast as well, because there was men and women. So there were some points of it, but there were some men that had said like, yeah, I definitely let a relationship go way too longer just because the sex was good. And I knew, like, you know, she wasn't it, but the sex was really good. So we still just worked through some shit along the way.
Basically,
and then eventually I was like, yeah, let's just not do this no more. Some people got out without kids. Some people fucked up and had kids.
That happens.
That's that baby mama.
That happens. And majority of the time that good sex for men, a lot of times that good sex isn't looked at as a soulmate. That's looked at as option A.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's where
why with men, that's why a lot of times with men it won't be confused with that. Yeah. Like some, you got dudes who be like, yo, damn, she's good, I gotta marry that. No, you know, but I'm gonna say other
qualities.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 75% of the time that's becoming option A instead of I need to lock that down. Mm-hmm. You know, and it leads into a bigger thing on hoism and all this and everything like that, all this whatever and everything. It's a long story.
So I'm gonna post it, and I'm also gonna throw it in a couple of different group checks I'm in. So I'll see. We'll have a follow up on that as well. But I do want to see what the differ is. I'm gonna post it on Twitter too, because a lot of guys be on my Twitter more than. So I'm gonna see what guys say. But yeah, I want to know what that is. So on this podcast that I watched, or this stuff that I was watching, a lot of the women were saying, a couple of women said no, but a couple of them did say yeah, and their stories were that it was just a dick. Like they were, in the relationship, they looked past some other things that they weren't getting because the sex was really that good. So they thought he was a soulmate. They thought he was everything. He cheated and they still took him back because, it was just, they thought everything was going to work out and it didn't. So I wanted to see where people's lives were. So good. All right. And then what was the next thing? Let's talk about these pick-me-ass people. Okay. So have you guys heard of the term pick me? Pick me, pick me, pick me.
Yeah.
Pick-me-ass people. Okay.
Hold on. No. Pick-me-ass people? No, I'm a little confused about that.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what that is.
So there's this new terminology for men and women who are who overly exert themselves to show that they're a good man and wouldn't do things that maybe Quavo did to Sweetie.
Oh, God.
Or that they are a good woman who, wouldn't go through your phone and would, would do all that cook and clean and keep your house looking
that's
good.
The pick me ass people?
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
The terminology is pick me because they're commenting on posts, pictures. They're giving their opinions on how they would handle. I wouldn't fumble Sweetie. She's beautiful. She's this, da. Not understanding, and these people are typically single. Typically not in a relationship, ain't been in a relationship, then had some fucked up things that they did or got fucked over on. You guys may have some friends of them, male and female. So let's talk about them. Like, do you guys see them on your timeline?
Of course.
Do you? Okay.
Pandering like a motherfucker. Panda. Pandering like a motherfucker.
Why is it?
Panda man. Never welcome to Neverland. Panda.
Yo, why is it like, they don't realize that people know them in real life. And that there's just things.
And that's another thing. Don't even start with that shit. Like, nigga, we know you. Nigga, we know you beat the. We said, yo, hey, we know you beat the bitch up. I was there when you beat the bitch up. I was there when you beat the bitch up.
She didn't call the cops on you because I got there first.
Nigga, I was there when you beat the bitch's ass.
Oh my God.
Exactly. Nigga, I was there when you beat the bitch up. Shout out to Eddie Murphy.
You're right. Nah, but it's just there's a one in particular person in the group text a couple different group texts that we have that I share with some other people.
Oh, I thought you said the panda. I thought you said the panda. Okay.
So no, but what is it about these people that they're always trying to exploit, like, or the women who are always trying to show how good of a woman they are, yet they're single mother and they, deal with all of these different issues. Like, I don't get the point of these people. I don't get the point of being a pick-me. I don't know. It's just very irritating to see them.
I don't know. I you could say it's desperation. You could say it's out of desperation sometimes. Thirstiness. It's almost like that kind of like, and to hark back on what we was talking about when it comes to chivalry. Some women, another reason why some women don't like chivalry, because they feel that it's a facade, it's a temporary thing. You're just going out your way and everything like that, doing all this. Once you're in and once you get what you want, all that shit's out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of goes back, you know what I'm saying? And then kind of comes back to this, the pick me, showing you, oh, I would never do that. I would do this, I would do that, and everything like that. Now I'd be like, here, I'm not even checking that. I'm not even sweating that. This is that. Once you guys get together, do whatever, all that shit's out the door. Yo, nigga, who's calling you? What I'm saying, yo, where you go? Come here, let me smell your penis. No, I'm joking on that. But I'm just saying.
Okay, so can we talk about that too? That came up in the group text. People ask to smell people's private parts.
That's from
no,
Baby Boy.
But like men, I've seen it on Baby Boy. But men ask to smell women's private parts. Like, this was a group text.
That's just for personal gratification. That
was on some where you been, who you been with, and let me smell this.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's an inside. I know it's an inside joke with some of my people. Who's like, yo, we geek on our significant other, like, yo, nigga, where was you at? Yo, come here, let me smell your dick. It's like, it's a little inside thing. Shout out to who I'm talking about. But yeah, I mean, whatchamacallit, but yeah, man, I look at that. It's a facade. I'm saying it's a facade. Hey, look it, I'm gonna do this extra. I'm gonna go all out and everything like that. Once I got you. Psych, played you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I look at that.
Or it's even like, if you're not picked, stop. Like, I'm just gonna say, like, there's single people that are on Instagram and Facebook that are not screaming, I'm single every week. So like, what is the point of it? Or even like men who, you guys are not in this, but I know some of the ladies watching will feel this, like men who be like, oh, let me buy you this, let me do this, let me show you. Like, if I'm not picking you without doing that, why are you trying to do that? I'm not picking you. Stop being a pick ass. Like, it's not getting you anywhere. So the girls that post I'm single every week, bitch, you were single last week. I hope you are single this week. Or if you start dating, I hope you figure it out before you post you're single again. I don't know, because sometimes they go from dating to being single again, or just, commenting on other people's relationships and stuff. And then they're commenting on marriages, and there's just a lot. So
I can't stand.
They're doing too much. DTM.
Yeah. DTM, doing too much.
Doing too much. We need that on a shirt.
Yeah, there you go. It's another one. I'm gonna make another one too. But like the panda pick me ass niggas, like I'm talking about the niggas. I'm saying the men. Them the type of niggas that low key throw you under the bus and throw salt on your shit.
I'm just saying you can do better.
Oh my god. Listen. Oh my god. That should be the panda man. I'm saying that should be the panda man pick me ass nigga anthem.
Don't be a panda man.
Fuck that nigga.
You guys know so many panda men.
So much.
You guys don't even know. It's just crazy. Like, even I experienced stuff way back where people would be chilling in the same settings of people, and later on being a pick me ass nigga, like, nah, you don't want him, you want me. He's lame. Like, what?
Yeah, man.
Didn't y'all just go play ball yesterday? Why are you saying this?
I just know that nigga. And yeah.
That goes back to is that snitching? Nah, what is that? That must be something else. That's G code.
It's not snitching. It's snitching when the guy says something like, well, I know you're cold that night, and I could keep your bed warm. But not like other people, but that's none of my business. Or some shit like that. Referring like low key like that. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm saying that's that bullshit. But yeah, man, it's just like, It's I look at that, as a desperation tactic, a thirst tactic, because some people will say anything, like everything and anything under the sun to get something or to get access with that person, to sleep with that person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the women, but I'm talking about. I'm speaking specifically for the men.
The thing that gets me about it is a lot of times the women who are posting "I'm single" or posting "all I ever did was be a good woman," and if they're posting those sorts of things, half the time, the thing that gets me is half the time those women are talking about where's my knight in shining armor and things like that, and I always comment on them in your inbox because, maybe it's foolish, but if you're saying I want someone, you got a bunch of people hollering. Do the work, sift through the garbage, find something nice.
Mm-hmm. Filter it out.
Don't say garbage. Maybe there's nothing in there. It's just garbage.
Hey,
but how do you know unless you look?
Exactly.
Maybe they did look. I don't know.
But that's my point. My point is a lot of times these people that claim they're so no one wants me, but it's like, yo, I know you got dudes hollering. Give them a try. Don't freaking just go to the cutest one and me and Bay are in love in 3 weeks. Which is what people do.
What everyone do. No, I
absolutely
agree. I absolutely agree. You have to give somebody a chance. Like, you just can't be out here saying nobody wants me when you got people that do want you.
If you put up a thing saying about you want someone and you're single, I guarantee at least 10 dudes is going to jump in the inbox. So if I'm a single girl looking to go out there, I would have a conversation with all 10 of them.
But the thing about it is, like, those
have a conversation. Hold on, just a conversation. See where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Then maybe 5 of them we could potentially meet up or something. I don't know. Like,
that just sounds time consuming.
Well, what else are you doing other than being alone?
Yeah.
What else are you doing?
No. Yeah, I agree with you. So the pick me has people who are saying all this. You got 10 people in your inbox, 10 women that want to take you out, 10 men, whoever you are. Again, talk to 10 of them, narrow it down to 5, maybe go out to dinner, date, whatever, daytime meetup, bookstore, whatever it is that you choose to do with this person, and see how it goes. Because again, you can weed out the good or the bad and not just look for the finest one. But I think with these people, it's like the people that they want don't want them. Yeah. That's what they're not settling with. It's not that like they're single or lonely. It's who you want doesn't want you. And instead of accepting that, which is a very hard pill to swallow for some people, like, damn, okay, I've been single for 10 years. I've been single for this many years. And I've been complaining and doing all of this. And I've dated, but who I want doesn't want me. I'm going to have to give other people some chances. I'm going to have to step out here and find other people who may make me want them. Because I think I want somebody in this way. And that's obviously not working out for me. That's
crazy. And that's funny. Coming from you, hearing you say that, it would be cool. But hearing a nigga like Kevin Samuels say that, they say he hates women. You know what I'm saying? But it's basically the same thing you said. They'd be like, yo, the motherfuckers that you like don't like you. Obviously, you're reaching too high. So come back down to this level where you're at and look for those guys.
Nah, he's disrespectful.
A little bit. He could be sometimes.
He'd be like linebacker.
He could be sometimes. But not even to that point.
You have to. It's not necessarily lowering your standards, or it's just like there's the one person in particular I can talk about has a very distinct look that she wants. It's just a look. Like, it's not even a how I'm feeling, how I'm treated. If it works, it's a look. So once you get that look, again, your sex mate for your soulmate. Everything else can break down. You just got the look that you wanted. Nothing else is there. It's like buying a car and the engine doesn't fucking work. But I got me a fly ass Lexus. Okay, bitch, take pictures and post it on Instagram.
And that's another thing. And that's one thing I hate to say. And that's one thing I hate to say. It's just like, yo, you may want this look, but you got to ask yourself, are you qualified for that look?
Absolutely.
That you want. Because at the same time, I can want all designer shit. My bank account is not qualified to handle all designer shit. So therefore, I can want that shit all day. But if I ain't qualified for that shit, nigga, I'm out my fucking league. You know what I'm saying? And to prove your point, to to bring it back, when you was talking about how, the pandering guys and everything like that, I feel bad for some of those guys sometimes because some of those pandering guys, they're like, they could be victims sometimes because you have some women that will be like, yo, I feel like being entertained. Let me show this guy a little bit of light, let him entertain me, boost my ego up, and then do away with them. So I feel bad with some of those pandering guys sometimes because I
agree with that, but I don't feel bad for them.
To a point.
Because you got to peep that. You can't get used that many times. You got to know what that game is and don't allow yourself to be used.
It's just like
there could be some individuals. There could be some.
Because men are like that too. But men are like that too.
Fool me once, trick me once, shame on me. Trick me twice, you're not going to trick me again.
No, you just can't do it again.
You just can't.
Fool me once, shame on you.
That's
Fool me twice.
That's what George W. said.
Can't get fooled again. That was the best. Yeah, I saw that in real time.
No,
when he did that, and I was like, "What?" I was like, "What did he say?" Yeah, it was the best. He's like, "Well, it's just a goddamn shame," But yeah, man. But it's like, yeah, some of them dudes, man. I'm gonna say 90% of them I don't care about, but yeah, it's but there's some genuine guys that really want to cater to a woman,
and
everything like that, and sometimes they get taken for a fool and everything like that, and
I'm all here for it.
So my issue with what it all boils down to is if you don't want the guys that are in your inbox, or if you don't like the idea of dating people that holler at you online, if you don't want all of that, then shut the fuck up about how single and how good a woman you are.
Absolutely.
If people are trying to offer you exits out of that problem, you don't want it. Shut up.
Yeah. Exactly.
But they just don't want it from who's giving it. So you gotta figure it out, sis or bruh. You gotta change something about the way you're going about it and getting you there. So you gotta change something. Sis or bruh, whoever you is, just change it, bruh.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, shout out to the panderers,
panderers,
and the pick me asses, the pick-a-me's, Yeah,
not being a pick me ass bitch. We tired of seeing you be a pick me ass bitch. That's really what we're
saying. And those are funny. The
women are the worst. I'm sorry. The women are the worst, especially when. Yeah, come on, just stop. The women are the worst. No.
You say you love them?
Woo! Nobody wants you.
Low self-esteem. Couple baby fathers in jail. Used to be dope in high school, but ain't dope no more. Yeah.
Stupid. Yo, speaking of low self-esteem, bitches.
Hold on, wait. They said that, I wanted you in high school, and now you're like fat and sloppy and whatever, and now you want me. I saw memes that say that, and I disagree with that because I feel like I'm coming for everything they said I couldn't have. That's the way I feel about it.
You waited your turn.
I'm coming for everything they said I couldn't have. Give me mine.
I waited my turn.
Give me mine. It was 8th grade and I was looking at you.
I waited my turn.
I don't care if you look sort of like me now. I don't care.
So remember that time we was going to Boston. Judas got his whip, and he's trying to do the voice activated GPS. He's trying to do the voice activated GPS, and then he puts it in, and it goes. He goes, "What location are you looking for?" And you go right. It says that, and you go. Take me to where the low self-esteem bitches. No, don't take me to the low self-esteem chicks are at. And everybody started dying in the car. We're dying. And it was like, that's a good one. But niggas is really trying to get to this club and really trying to get to this thing. So niggas like, yo, D, shut up, stop playing. I thought you had a little few, whatever. And we're just dying. Me, you, Swan in the back are dying. And then he goes, nah, shut up. So it goes, boop. What location are you looking for? Where are the low self-esteem bitches at? Like, yo, that day Yo, I remember I was laughing so
Oh,
hard
my
in the
cheeks are
back.
so hard.
These niggas wanted to fight us. That's how bad it was. These niggas wanted to damn near fight because
He
they was
said
like,
it
yo,
again?
because they wanted to get the club bag, and they was like, they was having a hard time finding the address. And I remember, yo, we were just dying. It's like, yo, you don't want to go to the club then? You don't want to go to the club then? I'm like, yo, I'm dying even more. And we're just like, yo, shut the fuck up.
But that's what they get for giving me liquor before we go, because
Yeah, everybody knows that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a problem.
D acts up.
He's a problem.
He acts up, boy.
I can't handle my liquor that well.
You can't.
We know.
There's certain niggas that you know.
And then you put a person liquored up in a car, and it's gonna be like an hour drive, maybe.
It's a wrap.
So now you got a half sleep drunk nigga. Come on, man. That's not a good picture.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it was hilarious. It was hilarious.
Speaking of going out, I seen your meme, Kylie, about, I think you posted or commented about I'm getting old now, so it's either Friday or Saturday. It ain't gonna be both, whatever it was.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is now. It's like I'm out once and maybe brunch. You might get me out during the day. That's about it.
Yo, it's an unwritten thing. I remember we used to go to my boy's house on Sundays. You know, we used to see the game, talk shit, drink, whatever like that. We did that. So there was a fight at my house on Saturday. We was drinking, whatever, watching the fight on Saturday. Nobody texted anybody about Sunday. Nobody. It was just basically like,
you knew we did that shit yesterday.
Yeah, we did it yesterday. We're not doing this again. It's like that. And it's so true. And it's so true. I'd be like, fuck that. Yeah.
Ain't nobody wake up until late either.
Shit. Fuck that. Well, yeah, I think that's about it.
That's it.
That's about it. Well, I go by the name of Cobra Karate. You know, I'm about to get this Sunday cooking going and everything. Something easy, something easy in life.
Me too. I'm actually I've been thinking about it the whole time. I'm about to make a Chili's TGI Fridays Applebee type joint. I'm making steak, shrimp, mashed potatoes, and like some sort of the spinach thing that I make.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just doing FaceTime you.
I'm just doing chicken Alfredo and broccoli. But the thing is, you got to know how to tweak the sauce. Because the thing is, I know how to get the sauce to taste like Olive Garden, the bread dip. I know how to get to taste like that. I know the secret ingredient. Niggas don't know that.
This conversation won't be in the show.
The food?
This conversation
I'm gonna put some salmon on the grill.
What about the food?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we'll be. Why not?
Oh, okay.
It humanizes us.
I don't want to be humanized. I want to be vilified and demonized. I wouldn't mind getting filleted, but
you don't want to be a pandering. You don't want to be a pandering. Pick me, cook me. Yo, I cook.
I'm out here cooking for you. I can cook for you.
Yeah,
I cook dinner for you, and you
I used to put up pictures of plates and say, "Oh, get you or me." I used to do shit like that when I was.
Yeah, you was a picky ass nigga back then.
Oh,
and now you don't want these bitches. Now you don't want these bitches at all. They want you.
I don't know if they want me or not. I'm not speaking to that. I don't want them. I mean, I want them, but for a limited time.
The ones that say they'll rub my feet, those are the best though. Thanks. Shout out to you. The feet rubs, the foot rubbers.
They're just weirdos that want to jack off on your feet, yo.
It's cool too. Speaking of jacking off on your feet, sorry, let's add this in. Have you ever put your penis in someone's ear?
No, fuck what you heard.
Yeah, fuck what you heard. Fuck what you heard. My name's Carla. Fuck what you heard.
It's Carla?
It's Carla. My name's Carla.
I keep forgetting the name.
Like, you know my name. You know my name. No, I don't know your name. Well, it's Carla. Fuck what you heard.
So no dicks in ears. Cool.
No dicks in ears. Dicks in ears.
All right, it's your man D-Bogle across the global. Bogle.
Ed, K.I. double, we're out of here. Bye.
And we walk